Hello and welcome to Top Plays. I am your host, Blue from KantoCast, and this is the series where we take a look at some of the best plays from the weekly matches during Season 5 of the GBA. The playoffs have come and gone, and in the anticipation of awaiting the final match of Season 5, we'll be taking a look at some of the best plays from both weeks of the playoff rounds. Not only that, we'll see if Gift-Giving Scizor takes home the reigning Top Plays crown of Season 5. Let's get to it. The rematch most, if not all of us were waiting for, happened during Week 1 of the playoffs. The Hawluchas versus the Pelipers. With Reuniclus being so useful during Season 5 for John and the Pelipers, you'd have to imagine that Fizz and the Hawluchas would have a trick up their sleeve for dealing with it. And there most certainly was a trick. Here we saw Destiny Bond Wheezing, and in a 1-for-1 trade, the Hawluchas take down a massive obstacle in their path to victory. By turn 4, Reuniclus was gone, and the Hawluchas were on their way to the semifinals in a match that resulted in a 4-0 win for the Hawluchas. In what may have been the upset match of the season, we have another play from Week 1 of the playoffs. This was the Loudreds versus Morel match, and here we highlight Gastrodon. With Fortress nearing knockout status, the Loudreds switch in Gastrodon to take what would have been the final blow to Fortress from Seismitoad. But instead, Seismitoad uses Scald and Gastrodon's Storm Drain activates. With the attack nullified and Gastrodon's special attack boosted, it fires off an Ice Beam next turn. Though the attack does a decent amount, it's not enough to KO, which is actually the exact thing the Loudreds wanted. Because toxic damage had been racking up, Seismitoad had one turn of play left. Because of this, Gastrodon was free to go for a recover on the following turn. As fate would have it, Seismitoad switches out, and Gastrodon gets its HP back up to full by the end of the turn. As it turns out, the match's outcome would be reflected by this series of events, as later, Gastrodon would return to the field. This time, it was facing off against a freeze-dry Mamoswine. Gastrodon, having enough HP to live the attack, fires off a Scald to counterattack. This top play resulted in a pivotal moment that won the Loudreds the game in a 3-0 fashion, as well as clinch them a spot in the semifinals. Did I already say there was a rematch we were all really hyped about? I did? Oh. Well, if you were already excited for the Pelipers Hawluchas rematch, then I'm pretty sure your brain exploded during the rematch between the Rampardos and the Hawluchas. And yes, I had originally written a pun where I used exploded instead of exploded, but I fought the urge, because this is serious business. The Rampardos came prepared this time, knowing that the Hawluchas were not to be taken lightly. In fact, the Rampardos prep for Wheezing alone was masterful. Dan and the Rampardos get the matchup they wanted against Fizz and the Hawluchas relatively early in the match. Why was Mega Aggron versus Wheezing so desirable? Because the Rampardos were ready to speed creep, an investment that the Hawluchas were not expecting. Mega Aggron immediately taunts Wheezing and shuts down any kind of shenanigans it might want to pull off. Then, next turn, Megron is able to set up Stealth Rocks as Wheezing is forced to attack with Fire Blast. The following turn gave the Rampardos a great opportunity to switch into Victini while saving Megron for future use. This relatively free Victini switch-in led to a change in momentum favoring the Rampardos, who continued to keep up offensive pressure on the Hawluchas throughout the remainder of the match. This aggressive and prepared playstyle earned the Rampardos a 3-0 victory and a spot in the finals. And for the last time this season, we have the reigning top play. Was the Azumarill Shuffle able to dance circles around Gift-Giving Scizor? Or did Scizor tell Azumarill to step off? In an overwhelming vote, Gift-Giving Scizor emerges victorious for the entire season. A clever, unexpected play that rose to the top. Natural Gift Wotmilberry Scizor beat its opposing Megaform in a whole new fashion of cleverness and style. So congratulations to the Arcaniners and Scizor. You have taken the GBA Season 5 reigning Top Plays title. While Gift-Giving Scizor was a great play, you might be wondering to yourself, Blue, what were your favorite top plays from Season 5? That, or you're just like, Blue, shut up, no one cares anymore. Hopefully it's the former, because tomorrow I'll have another top plays video for you guys, the top plays of Season 5. Be sure to stop back tomorrow and check it out. And in one of our final times, I'd like to ask you to leave your predictions for the final match of Season 5 of the GBA. Will the Arcaniners emerge victorious, or is it the Rampardos who will go out on top? Let us know in the comments section down below. But that's going to wrap up Top Plays Playoff Edition. I am KantoCastBlue, and I will catch you tomorrow with more Top Plays from Season 5 of the GBA.